I'm going to have out my picture no matter what. I'm going to have out my thumbnail, my picture, all of it. That's why I kind of clip it up on here, just so I can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to start with my background. If you've got objects back there, it's good to start back there. If you've got just blank space, it's good to start back there. For me, I've got my fan, and I'm not going to worry again about every teeny tiny little detail. I'm not going to get the twig and the flower just right. I'm just going to start with that basic shape. Think about shape. So I'm using my vine because it's really forgiving, and I'm just going to kind of sketch in super lightly. It's almost like I'm just kind of going over that pencil again. It's basically what I'm doing. I'm not pressing down really hard. I'm just kind of gesturing things in, okay? I'm kind of starting to get it a little more solid as I go. I like that. And I'm following my values that I see. So y'all see how it's just very slightly starting to come together? It's like the barest bones possible of what I'm doing right now. I do charcoal a tiny bit at a time, the littlest bit. So this is me just kind of getting the skeleton down of what my object is, okay? I know that eventually I'm probably going to use some soft charcoal to get a little bit darker in those places, but this is me just trying to figure out the anatomy. I'm going to draw in my bowling pin because that's right next to it. I need to know where it kind of stops and starts. So on your thumbnail, you'll be thinking about how am I going to do this part? What's going to be my first step too? So there's where my fan goes. Next thing I can do is start to try to figure out my object and my present bow. Again, everything's going to be very rough at this point, but it should kind of feel like a gesture drawing because that's sort of what it is. My little bow. This is like some negative space back in here. So I may want to address it now, make it darker. I might just leave it for now. I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of value in here so it feels like things are a little more done. And my fan has rough texture there, which is why I kind of got a little scratchy. So this is what I mean by y'all, don't do it all at one time. And your drawing won't take 3 days. I've done only this in this amount of time, which is still good. It's still a good amount of stuff, okay? I might just go ahead and kind of draw in where I want those flowers to be, just so I don't forget about them. So see how I just kind of put in the value there? I can start kind of moving around, loosely drawing in my present bow. I might start to move over here to my jar because I need to start thinking about its shape. This is something I told y'all I struggle with sometimes, is like tops of things like that. But the good thing about charcoal is it's very forgiving. You can always kind of work on it and get a little bit better at it, fix things. And I know my camera will go here. Got my jar. And I'm making just my sketchy gesture lines, just like I would if it were a pencil. Notice how I'm holding my charcoal too. It's just like a drawing hand. It's like my drawing pencil, my drawing hand. It needs to be a little rounder. Okay, so I've got that shape kind of traced out, kind of sketched out. This is my strap. Okay, that's our lunch bell. We'll come back and I'll kind of finish this up. And then y'all can get